Pirates, certain players are hitting the cover off the ball in the spring. Does that mean anything moving forward? Pirates open up their season Thursday in Chicago against the Cubs. Jeff Hathhorn, I'll start with you. What would qualify as a good season for the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2021?
It would have nothing to do with wins and losses. What would qualify as a good season to me is Cochran Hayes being named Rookie of the Year, Reynolds and Newman establishing themselves on the left side, them finding a center fielder for the future, and maybe starting to develop a closer. Maybe it's David Bednar. Find somebody that can fill into that role over the next couple of years, and getting a guy like Mitch Keller to settle down and become a effective major league starting pitcher. That would be a success for me for this season, because there aren't going to be a ton of wins there.
I think that's the biggest thing to keep an eye on here, guys, is Mitch Keller and the continued development of the starting pitching. I mean, Ben Cherington has gone out of his way in nearly every single trade that he's made to this point since taking over the job to try and acquire some level of starting pitching talent in every single one of those deals. It's because he's got a pretty bare cupboard. I mean, you look at one injury, Steven Brault, what it's done to this rotation and how it may stack up. None of these guys are anybody that you look at and have a great deal of confidence in. It would be nice to see Mitch Keller develop to the point this year where you feel like he can at least be a top end of the rotation guy, if not your number one stud or ace, because I don't see the guy who starts the Pirates' next playoff game in 3, 4, 5 years from now. He's not on the roster right now. He's pitching at Vanderbilt, and his name's either Kumar or Jack. So continue to develop the pitching that you do have. Go out and acquire some more pitching with some of the pieces, hopefully. Polanco's of the world. I don't know who else may be out there that you can deal if they have good first halves. I thought Todd Frazier would have been perfect for that.
I kind of hope they don't lose 100 games. You hate to say that, but maybe that would be some sign of progress, because I think most people do expect them to lose at least 100. But you guys are right. This is all about the youth movement. And with me, when I look at the Pirates, I just want them to give the city some reason to come to the ballpark. We know it won't be because they're a playoff contender. Something interesting. Maybe it's Cochran Hayes. Bad Pirates teams in the last 25 years have at least had somebody worth watching, whether it was Andrew McCutchen in the beginning or Brian Giles, somebody like that. This team wasn't only hideous last season, but it was pretty boring. There's nothing exciting about it. Why do you even want to turn on the TV to watch these guys some nights? Maybe Hayes is that guy. Maybe he really is a star. And if that's the case, that's a good thing. You can build around that. Give the city some hope. We know this isn't a playoff team or even a 500 team, but if you give the city some hope, I think that's the first step for the Pirates.
All right, 20 seconds each here. We'll play this week to week. It's called Who Do You Pick? Is it Kumar Rocker? Is it Jack Leiter? Since, Chris, you brought that up, and that's going to be the choice. And I don't think you go wrong with either of these. I think the Pirates right now might be trending toward Jack Leiter. 20 seconds, who do you got?
They might be trending toward Jack Leiter. Leiter, I think, because of the no-hitter last weekend, is doing some more eye-popping things. I just think Kumar Rocker strikes me as the kind of stud power pitcher, 98, up in the zone, up in your face, and then snapping off curveballs on the outside corner. He's the kind of guy that gives your team an attitude to go with the ability.
Fortunately, they can't go wrong either way. And I think they've got two guys that are in college that they can count on, that are going to sign, that they don't have to mess around with. As long as they don't sign Dan Moskos, it's a win.
That's right, Jeff. You can't go wrong, but I prefer Kumar Rocker just because he's such of a big man. And usually those pitchers are a little more durable, stay healthy. You always worry about when you draft pitchers high, blowing their arms, Tommy John surgery. We've seen enough of that with the Pirates over the years, and who knows what will happen. But Rocker's a big, huge guy. I'd take my chances with him.
What's going on with the San Francisco 49ers and the NFL? Some big trades setting up. Discussion next, right here on the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown. We'll be right back.